we're standing here in front of AG36XF4. So this is the one product that we've made quite a bit of room for as we go into 2025. So like I said another way, we've got a pretty good supply of this thing. It's one of the few XF4s that we drug along to package up with our XF3 class. And so how I'm going to use this variety within my footprint is I'm going to look at this thing on more of the average to the better acre. Not that it can't handle some, let me back up. If your tough acre is still 70 or 75, it's a fine bean for that environment, right? But this thing's got some really good top end yield potential. So it does fit a lot of the same acres as what we put 38XF3 on that we'll talk about in another video. But it brings that maturity down a little bit and kind of bridges the gap from the 3.3. So again, I'm going to use this more on my average to better acre, trying to go for some of the top end yield potential that this variety brings us to the lineup.
And I think compared to 38XF3, I agree with Chris. It does kind of fit the same acre, but it might fit a little broader acre. It might handle a couple diseases a little better than the 38XF3. 38XF3 has not moved south particularly well into southern Illinois. Doesn't handle stress particularly well. Doesn't handle wet feet particularly well. So we may find that 36XF4 might either be a really nice companion for 38XF3, or it may turn into a replacement for 38XF3 if it continues to perform as it has. One thing we will call out, it does have a small percentage of tall off types in it, which are just kind of the nature of the beast. Chris might be able to reach in there and grab one. We've actually challenged our breeders to figure out what that is and isolate that, and maybe release that as a new 3.6 down the road, because they are loaded with pods, whatever they are. So don't be concerned about, if anything, they're improving the yield of the variety. But they do get noticed. Sometimes they look like a water hemp plant sticking up out there in the field, and people get a little excited about that sometimes.
The other thing that guys worry about with that is harvestability. And from what we've seen out of it so far, they mature the same.
Yes.
So they should not be butterbeans in the tank.
Yeah, they're very similar maturity, same flower color. I can see why it was difficult for us to get them culled out during variety line development when we ideally would have caught that, because until they get up about waist high, and those are waist high plus 6 inches, they are kind of hard to pick out.